Hey everybody, Chris here. So this week we have the US Fed's FOMC meeting, and will there be a rate cut, and what will that effect have on Bitcoin and Dogecoin? We're going to talk about all that in this video. Please be sure to subscribe to my channel, hit that little notification bell too. You can be notified when the videos come out, as well as when I do live streams. And you know that I have been tracking the Fed and these interest rates for a number of months. You probably already know what I think is going to happen this week. And then what's going to happen in September, the next FOMC meeting after this one. But volatility this week, yes. There's some other indicators as well that we'll be looking at. So let's get into it. Let me show you the charts on the news. I'll show you what I'm looking at. We start here first looking at the Bitcoin chart at 118,800. Bitcoin overnight did trade up over 119. Has settled back early this morning, back into the 118 marks. This is this yellow line here that Bitcoin has been trading at a little bit above, a little bit below, all the way back since July 11th. Yes, so for 2.5 weeks, Bitcoin trading sideways. Yes, did have a little run up to a new all-time high of 123K and has had a couple dips down, 116, 114, but yet comes right back to that line. In that same time period, Dogecoin on July 11th was just coming right over 20 cents here. Was just coming over 20 cents on July 11th. And of course, we had this big run up to 28 cents and then the retrace back down, a triple bottom. And now Dogecoin is actually trading in an upward trend line over the past 3 days here. So Doge is looking more positive going into this week. Trader Allen's looking at found support, retested on a descending trend line rather than a horizontal support zone as previously mentioned. New hidden bullish divergence. No bearish divergence observed. The RSI has exited the overbought zone and is ready for the next uptrend. So this is zoomed out on the daily. Here was that big run up to 28 cents and then the dip back down. So hidden bullish divergence. It was overbought. Yes, Dogecoin, when it went up to 28 cents, we did look at that RSI and it was overbought because Dogecoin was outperforming just about everything except for Pengu. We cover all of that on my live stream, so make sure that you're subscribed, notifications are on as we talk about a lot of other cryptos as well, not just Doge, but we do concentrate a lot on Doge because it is an indicator of what else is happening in the market as well as sentiment. And then we zoom out even further on the weekly candle, and we do have a very bullish chart here where the weekly candle is closed above a double bottom neckline that we've seen with Doge, with that neckline, that weekly candle closed above. So let's go. That would make the next target coming up soon, 41 cents. Back up to 41 cents would be that move. We've got a bigger target ahead though for Doge. We'll get into that in just a minute. Right now, it's like the White House is going to release a report on a strategic Bitcoin reserve in just 2 days. Is it though? Is it going to be a strategic Bitcoin reserve, or is it just their crypto policy that instead is going to talk more about stablecoins? Because it's been about stablecoins. This is the Google search interest for the word stablecoin, and look how it's shot up this year. I mean, this is where the interest is this year. It's in stablecoins because people are wondering, wait, I thought he was talking about cryptocurrency and Bitcoin, and they've all been talking about stablecoins. So people want to know, what the heck's a stablecoin? Because that's what's going on here. So Wednesday, they're going to release this report. We'll see what it says. Are they going to talk about buying more Bitcoin? That's what all the Bitcoin maxis are saying. I don't know if that's going to be in there, but we'll see. And then, of course, the other thing is Fed Chair Powell on Wednesday to decide rate cuts 2 days from now, bullish for Bitcoin. And I'm just like, bullish for Bitcoin? Wait, I've been saying for months, there's going to be no rate cut. The CME Group's Fed Watch tool, we're just 2 days away, here recording this on Monday, so before Wednesday's meeting and rate cut decision, over 97% chance of no rate cut. And so it's like, but why is that bullish for Bitcoin? No, what we're going to get in the meeting instead, is Chair Powell. He's going to be wearing a purple tie, most likely a purple tie, to not signal anything, right? It's going to be purple tie. And is he going to be dovish? Is he going to be bearish? How's he going to sound? And it's going to be all about, well, they need to see more data on the tariffs. That's what it's going to be. And so it's like, indecision because of fear of what the tariffs might do. That has been the whole strategy this year so far, and it's not going to change. So expect that on Wednesday. It's not going to be dovish. It's just going to be, there'll be some volatility, and we'll be watching the charts. But yeah, no rate cut. Now, when it comes to September, right? September 17th, now 61% chance of a rate cut. Also another 1.3, there might be a 50 basis point rate cut instead of just 25. So overall, 62% that there's going to be some kind of rate cut in September, which I've been calling for months. It'll be September, which is why I am bullish from the middle of September on into October, November, a bunch of other reasons too. But this is one of them. This is what I'm bullish on, not Wednesday. Not Wednesday. But that doesn't stop people from getting excited. But Crypto Rover has this chart about what happened during the past FOMC meetings. He's looked at the past 7, and out of the past 7, 5 times Bitcoin pumped. After the last FOMC meeting, no rate change, pump. Time before, no rate change, pump. Time before, no rate change, little pump, fell back a little, and then came back up higher. Of course, January was all fear of tariffs. Everything was going down. And then we had the December one, which was interesting because they did a rate cut and Bitcoin fell. Because during the Q&A part, Powell said, yeah, we just cut rates, but we don't think we're going to be cutting rates much in 2025. And that freaked out the whole market. So sometimes what he says is important, and that was one of them right there. So, it's kind of interesting looking at those histories there, and what are we going to get this time? Right now, as far as Dogecoin, volume surge, fails to breach resistance. Doge still kind of flat, but still good volume of trading overall for Doge, in my opinion, is keeping Doge up. So that is buying pressure, and that's what Dogecoin needs. All those fear, there's an infinite number of coins. It's just like buying pressure. We're seeing it in the volume of trading of Doge. So we are holding our support up with Dogecoin right now. So we have that for Doge. Top analyst says this pattern suggests several months of uptrend await Dogecoin. Look at that. Several months of uptrend await Dogecoin. Now, I believe the same thing, but for different reasons, because I'm looking at the actual news, what's being built for Dogecoin, and our friend Trader Allen, he's just looking at a chart. But it's a good chart. It's this monthly candle chart that's called this Heikin Ashi. I don't understand the chart because it has these big overlapping candles, and I don't really know what that means. But Trader Allen, he's looking at, the end of 2023, we had a number of these that were red. It turned to green. We had a number of green in a row, and we had a pump. And then again in 2024, summer months were red, and then it turned around, and then we had all the green ones, which of course that was the Trump election with Elon and the Doge and all of that excitement of Dogecoin. So, But it's setting up for something similar here. And his target here is 85 cents. His target is 85 cents on the pump coming this fall. 85 cents. And I can get on board with that too. But not just because the charts are saying it, because of all the things that we talk about during our live streams for Dogecoin. Not only Doge Spot ETF approval we think is going to happen in October. We have Doge OS and all the dApps and games and everything. We've got the Doge stablecoin. We've got the House of Doge. We got BitOrigin. Buying Dogecoin, mining Dogecoin. We'll talk more about mining Dogecoin as well. And what's going to happen with Elon and X Money? Is X Money is going to launch sometime this fall? We know Dogecoin is going to be on it, but just the excitement of X Money, X payments happening with the anticipation Doge will join at some point in time will be enough to pump Doge as well. So we're accumulating now. We talked yesterday in the live stream about coin count, right? We talked about sticking to the pattern, right? Stick with the plan on Saturday, and it's all building for what is coming for Dogecoin. So right now, yeah, Dogecoin kind of bouncing around 24 cents. It's better than 16 cents where we were last month, right? Dogecoin still up 40% so far for the month of July. And people are bearish on Doge. I don't get it. Just because we had an overbought situation, ran a little too fast, which I always say is never good for Doge. Doge needs to slow down. Slow and steady gains, much better for Dogecoin overall. It holds its value better. I like all of that. So let me know in the comments below, what do you think about the Fed, Jerome Powell, and its impact on Bitcoin or Dogecoin? Give the video a like, and if you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel. I appreciate the support. We'll see you next time.